Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Long time no talk. Today I wanted to do a move-in video into my Erin Condren. I do have a video of a walkthrough up for this planner. If you're interested, I'll leave it down below, or you can always just find it on my channel. So let's go ahead and jump in. Just for some tech specs or some specifications on this, I did get the vertical colorful in the 2019-2020 Erin Condren. So let's jump in. So I'm really excited about this. I'm hoping to use this page at some point. I always say that and then I never really get to it, to be quite honest. Also this page. But what I wanted to focus on was this page, because I know that I can fill this in. So my plans, I have a whole bunch of stickers over here to the side. I have this perpetual calendar that is filled with goodies, aka dates for birthdays. And what I wanted to do first and foremost was move in using these Erin Condren dual tip markers that I got from my launch order. So let's go ahead and navigate to July. So these are the birthdays that I have that I need to plot for July. And I think that, what color do I want to use? Kind of a summery color. I like that. That's bright. Or I guess I could use a different color for each person, but that's doing too much. All right, so first thing is my husband's birthday. Malcolm's birthday is July 8th. So I think what I'm gonna do, I think this is what I wanna do. I think I wanna use the skinny tip to put like the day. Okay, and then kind of like a dash, do Malcolm. Cute. Okay, and then, oh my God, I'm pretty sure my cousin Nicole's birthday is in between these two, so I'm gonna leave a space. I never remember her birthday, and she's gonna probably see this video and probably kill me, but I love you. Then I got my friend Christiana. And my brother. My Aunt Julie's birthday is the 17th. Put her. So what has been going on with you guys? I'm just plotting these in. I can fill anybody else in later. What's been going on with me? Oh, you know, momming it up. I feel like this is, oh, it doesn't shadow too bad. I'm not really worried about that anyway, but I left a little space because I don't know if her birthday, why don't I know if it's the 7th or the 11th? I really don't know. Okay, that's horrible. But once I do figure it out, I will put it in this perpetual calendar so I don't have to think anymore. But anyway, so I got those down, and I'm gonna talk a little bit through this, but then when I actually do a plan with me, which I am gonna do a plan with me with you guys in the new layout, and I'm gonna do my monthly. I'm gonna jumble a lot into this one video, but I want to kind of talk things through on here. And then I'll update you when I'm doing my plan with me portion, if that works, or even my monthly. Okay, so for goals, let's use this blue. So my goals this month are pretty straightforward, and I think I'm gonna use this finer tip. I like the finer tip portion. I'm going to say that one of my main goals for this month is to launch my blog. Another goal is to, I want to say like visit a zoo or fun place for my son. Another goal for July, I want to get back into my budgeting, but that's kind of, I don't really want to hone in on that too much in my goal portion because, oh, you know what? A monthly goal, film more. I'm starting to really get the hang of momming. So I really would like to film more. And last but not least, let's not hold me to that. Kind of just flying by the seat of my coattail, okay? I don't know what this section is for. What could we use this for? Not entirely sure, but we could use this section down here for notes. So, oops, I don't like that thicker side. And so we can just put in some things here. Notes, for example, I have a big note that I can write. And let me see, do I have, these aren't small enough. Do you have any icons back here? Something that I want to note is that none of those are small enough. I do have, hold on, I have some planner case stickers that I could probably use for this portion. Let's see. Do I? Oh, wow. You think you have so much stuff and then it all just disappears. I have a whole bunch of stickers right here that are not in order whatsoever. Because I did a plan with me. Not a plan with me, but I did something yesterday in my Louis Vuitton. Man, I don't have just basic icons that I could use. What a bummer. I probably do. It's just in so much. I have so much stuff here. Like my sticker drawer used to be so orderly. I remember I used to prep to film. Now it's just, it kind of happens when it happens. And I just snatch up the moment, seize the day. Let's do this. Okay, they're not in there either, but I know where they are. Now I remember. Oops, just moved that tripod. My bad, y'all. I know where they are. Oh, y'all. Those are the metallic ones that I saved specifically for that planner. Where are the freaking, I have like some transparent dots. And I also have 50 different planners that it could be in, so bear with me. This is my family planner, and it's not in here either. Oh my goodness. I just literally want the transparent dots that I ordered from Erin Condren. Oh, they were in this drawer. I ordered these last year, so sorry about that. Ordered these last year and I have not used a single one. I had so many hopes, plans, and dreams. Okay, so I think this works. So one note for this month is I have to do my jewelry inspection. And that's to keep the warranty active. So let me leave these out just in case I want to use those in somewhere else. And what else for this month? Not too much other things. Not too much. So we can jump into, I don't want to do the monthly right now. I'll do the monthly later and I'll probably just post that on my Instagram, but that's kind of basically how I moved into this portion of the planner. Aha, you know what? One more thing. This is what I'll use. Places to visit. I really want to go. My husband is Making noises with Dominic. Botanical Gardens. Okay. I want to go to the shed. Aquarium. And that's it for now. Oh, you know what? I lied. I want to go to a splash pad. So those are like places to go goals. All right. So now I'm going to do like a rough draft of what I would plan for this week. Because today is Monday, the 1st, but this is when I was able to get it in and fit it in. So I decided to film for you all, and this is where I fit it in. I'm going to use these just for some like maybe temporary plans, and we're going to get it in. Okay, I do have a kit that I could use for this. Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, it might not fit perfectly, but it's a no worries. It's a no worries kit from Simply a Mess. So you know what? Let's just use it. Is this the company that I use, or I think this is the one that I use that doesn't have washi. Oh no, it does have washi. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. So you guys know this is the week of 4th of July, and this is also the first week in this Erin Condren planner. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. If you're not and you're a returning person, thank you and welcome. I haven't done a plan with me in a while. I've been kind of posting some other content on my page, and if you are new here, you wouldn't know, but I had my son in October, and it's kind of shaken up my filming schedule. So now I'm going to give an update on where life's been, give an update on Dominic, which is my son, and just kind of plan with you guys and kind of catch up as much as I can. So Dominic will actually be 9 months on Wednesday. I'm super excited. He is literally the bee's knees. He is everything. He is so vibrant. He's so fun. He's so just everything. He's such a fun, loving kid. So kind of to give you guys an update on what's been going on. So I had a really good experience, like a really good pregnancy. It was awesome. My birthing experience was a little less than awesome, but it's okay. I'm using these headers from the Paperly Boutique or Boutique. I think she's changing her name. I don't know. But anyways, it was less than awesome, and the reason why is because I ended up having to have a cesarean. It wasn't an emergency cesarean or anything like that, so I shouldn't be so like upset about it or sad about it, but every woman, I'm sure, has a certain vision of their birth experience. And as much as I tried not to have a vision, I did. And my vision was to have a vaginal birth. But what ended up happening is I went to get induced on October 2nd, my due date actually, because the weeks prior to that, when I was going, and you know, if you're not aware, when you get towards the end of your pregnancy, you start to go to the doctor weekly. So starting at 36 weeks, you start to go every week until you deliver. So at about 37, my 37-week visit, my doctor said, pretty soon we need to start talking about induction. And I was like, well, why? And she was just like, well, not because I'm saying you need it or that you will need it, but the week of your due date is very busy in the hospital. And I was like, what? They basically said that they had a lot of inductions scheduled already, and that if by week 39 I wasn't showing signs of going into labor, I could, if I wanted to, schedule induction. And I was like, whatever. I didn't think anything of it because I was like, man, I'm 37 weeks. I still have 3 weeks till my due date. So I didn't feel like acting on anything. But then as time went on, I started to get anxious. Like when I got home from that appointment, like literally within the hour of getting home, I started talking to my husband and I was like, man, I think maybe I should have picked a day to get induced. And he was like, well, why? Like, why do you think you need to get induced? I was like, I don't know. Like, I'm scared now, da, 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 da. So anyways, I ended up calling the doctor's office and telling them, okay, like, if I'm not moving by this day, we could schedule the induction. They're like, okay, fine. Like, when you come in for your appointment next week, which was my 38 week, you know, express that. So I did. When I went in for my 38 week appointment, my cervix was still closed, which means it wasn't softened, it was closed. I wasn't dilated at all. Which didn't really mean anything, because you can be closed, no dilation, and then that night you could, you know, the evening that you got checked, you could turn and go into full-blown labor. So I wasn't necessarily trying to focus too much on that. But anyway, long story short, 38-week appointment, I told them, okay, I'll go ahead and schedule for an induction, but I'm just hoping that I'll go into labor naturally, spontaneously. That was my hope. That was my desire. That was my plan. That was my dream. So they ended up having an opening on my due date. Otherwise, I'd have to wait until the following week. And I didn't want to wait till the following week for the induction, because I didn't know. I was kind of undereducated. I won't say I was kind of. I was undereducated on going over my due date. I didn't want to be 41 weeks pregnant. Let's just be real. Okay? And so with that, I decided that I would schedule my induction for my due date, which was October 2nd. October 2nd comes in the morning, nothing. I'd gone walking every day in between that, nothing. So it was time to go in, and we went into the hospital at 9 p.m. Of the night of my due date for my induction. It was really quick. Like, literally, we checked in at 9 downstairs. They put me in a chair. They wheeled me into like a triage room. My sister, my husband, and my mother-in-law were there that night, and they started me on Cervidil. So they inserted the Cervidil. I think this was like by 9:45 I had the Cervidil in, like that already was inserted. So nothing's happening, you know, I'm just sitting there. I'm all hooked up to the monitors and all that. They're taking my blood pressure. We're just sitting chilling. And then 1 o'clock rolls around. I get up to pee. I come sit back down in the bed. My water breaks. And I'm like, oh my God, my water broke. And it was the weirdest feeling. It was so much. It just kept coming out. And my water was breaking and breaking. No, my water was leaking not leaking, but I felt it for a long time. So I thought, oh my God, like my water broke. Like, this is good news. I'm over here thinking, like, once my water breaks, like this is a good sign. Like, things are going to really get to rolling. Yes and no. So you have to think. So I probably got the Cervidil inserted by about 9:30, 9:45, let's say 10, okay? So I sit there for about 3 hours, get up at about 1:30 to pee, and then when I sit back down, that's when my water breaks. So my cervix I don't know if that necessarily meant my cervix had been softened enough. I don't really know. This is my first baby. I don't know I don't know how it goes. I just know my water broke. I thought, yes. And they tested the fluid just in case to make sure it was my water. So after that, they had started the Pitocin. This was all part of the induction. And I knew about all of this. I had been briefed on all of this when I scheduled my appointment for the induction. So I'm not like, this wasn't like something new to me. So Pitocin starts, I start getting contractions. They're pretty bearable for that time. They start to get sharper throughout the night, and next thing I know, it's like the morning. It's like 6 a.m. Still like really no progress. I hadn't been checked, or like my cervix hasn't been checked or anything for dilation or anything like that, because they said that they didn't want to check too much because they didn't want to keep introducing bacteria because my water had broke. So whatever, I'm just chilling. Like, I'm not asking them, I'm not antsy. I'm just chilling. I'm just hoping that, you know, things get rolling. Now my dad comes. Then my contractions started to get a little bit stronger, and I have this major fear that if I didn't get the epidural in time, I would end up feeling everything. And that was my biggest, I was so scared. I didn't want to feel any pain, okay? And that's just me. You know, some women really want to go through that and some don't. And I'm one of those who didn't. I didn't want to be in a situation where it was too late for me to get the epidural, whatever. So fast forward now, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning, still really nothing. I end up getting, so mind you, by this time I've been there for 12 hours. I won't say I've been in labor for 12 hours because they said that active labor didn't start until 5 centimeters, and they hadn't checked me yet. So anyway, they're up in the Pitocin. They start checking me. I'm like 2 centimeters. I was only like 3 centimeters dilated or something. And he was still really high, and my cervix was still very hard. I got the epidural around that time, around 10-ish, 10:30. And I'm feeling good. I'm not feeling the contractions anymore, which they weren't horrible. They were sharp, very sharp menstrual cramps. And the way that they like built up was, I don't know. It was, the way that it was kind of insane, but it wasn't like, it wasn't extremely unbearable. But I knew that pretty soon I would be getting uncomfortable. So that's why I opted for the epidural. And in some ways, I feel like that kind of slowed my labor, but whatever. It is what it is. So, then, you know, there's really no progress from that point on. I'm still having contractions because I can see it on the monitor. The baby's doing fine. I had gotten the catheter put in because once you get your epidural, you can't get up anymore because, I mean, the epidural was strong. I could not, like, they were coming in to, like, change my position constantly, and I couldn't even move. Like, I couldn't help them. I felt like I was just really heavy. I couldn't move. So fast forward to about 4, still no progress. I'm still dilated the same. It's like it's not moving, and I'm starting to get like a little sad at this point. But I try not to focus too much on it, because I don't want to be freaking out. And like I said, I didn't want to be sad about things because it was kind of out of my control. You know, my body, I had to let my body do what it was going to do from the point that I got it to, because I had already intervened. I mean, an induction is an intervention. So we just wait. And then that's when the doctor starts coming in saying, you know, we're starting to notice some variables with the baby's heart rate when contractions come. And I couldn't feel the contractions, mind you, because I had the epidural. So when they're coming in, they're saying this, I'm like, okay, you know, is my baby okay? Yeah, he's fine. It's just his heart rate is dropping with every contraction. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like he's fine, but okay. That's really like what I say in my head. I'm thinking, heart rate dropping, baby fine. Something doesn't match to me. So anyway, needless to say, they keep coming in there. They finally come in one time and they have a talk and they're like, look, Olivia, we're going to have to start thinking about a cesarean. And I instantly get upset. Not like, you can't see it on, like, I'm not crying or anything, but I instantly become upset. And I'm like, wow. So I let them say what they're going to say, and then I let them leave, and then I talk to my husband, and I'm like, I really hope that things, you know, progress, because I really, you know, he knew out of everyone that I wanted to try my best to get to a vaginal birth. And he knew that, my sister knew that, like, everybody knew that. My dad knew that too. By this time, I have my cousin there, my dad's there, his girlfriend is there, and we're just all kind of playing the waiting game. So 6 o'clock rolls around, and they come and they say, okay, Olivia, we need to put a monitor on his head because we're not liking what we see on like the contraction monitor, I guess, the whatever was monitoring my contractions. So I'm like, okay. You know, I kind of get a little nervous when they come in and say that, because I'm like, why, you know? So they literally had to stick some probe on his head through, you know, like by inserting it. And so they put that on him, and it's a little bit, I guess it was a clear vision of his heart rate. And at that point, that's when I'm able to hear every time his heart rate slows with my contractions, because I'm watching the contractions happen on the monitor. So I start hearing that and I'm like, whoa, you know, like that freaks me out. And I'm like, man, like what is going on? So time passes, contractions start getting stronger. I dilated a little bit more, but he was still really high up. So now we're approaching about 7 o'clock, and they're saying, you know, Olivia, we can try and wait this out, but the baby's heart rate is dropping. And what they wanted me to focus on was making sure that they weren't put in a position by waiting to do an emergency cesarean. Because usually with emergency cesareans, how they explain it is that's when more incidents occur. So they wanted it to be in a more controlled environment, which I understood. And so they said, you know, you should really consider a cesarean. And they let, you know, they told me, you know, this is what's going on. You know, they kind of just gave their spiel, and I was just sitting there looking, and my husband was sitting next to me, and I'm just looking around, and everybody's in there with me, and I just kind of wait for it just to be me and my husband, and I break down. Totally break down crying. My dad comes in, my mother-in-law comes in, they're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't want a cesarean, I'm scared. I don't want nothing to be wrong with the baby, but I'm physically scared for myself. But at that point, I was like, whatever happens to me, happens to me. If my baby's heart rate is dropping, like, I need to get him out. So we end up going ahead and agreeing to the cesarean. So by this time, we're pushing about 8:15. They come in, they tell me the risks involved with the cesareans. They tell me about blood transfusions if I need one. They tell me about sewing it up, the timing of it, all this different stuff. And I look and I'm like, okay. My husband's there, and, you know, they suit him up, and we roll into the OR at 9 o'clock, and Dominic was born at 9:12. So why was I so scared? I was scared of the recovery more than the actual surgery itself, to be quite honest. And also, I've never had any sort of surgery. So that was another, like, big thing for me. I was really scared of lots of things, like anyone would be, probably. But I had never experienced surgery. Was like the most that I've ever had done, literally, was I've had my wisdom teeth pulled. Okay, that's not pulling a human out of your stomach, okay? So you can imagine my anxiousness, my anxiety. So I don't know. I really at the end of it all, I'm really proud of myself. I'm proud that I said, you know what, I did have a plan, I did have a vision, but sometimes things just don't work out. And yeah, I moved on, and my son is healthy, he's happy, and so now he's gonna be 9 months on Wednesday. He's crying now, so I gotta hurry up so I can go be with my boo. And I've been breastfeeding for 9 months. On Wednesday, a goal of mine was to breastfeed for 3 months. And my breastfeeding journey at first was extremely rough, okay? The latch was so painful. I thought that his latch was off. It wasn't. It wasn't at all. It was just my body wasn't used to having, you know, a baby nursing. So took me some time. I'm just marking some general stuff. These are all from Banana Doodles. basically all my icons actually, except for this. This is from the Paperly Boutique, but all of these icons you saw me put down, besides this one's from Also Paper, are from Banana Doodle's shop. I used to PR for her. These are from Also Paper as well. But that's kind of the story of where we are, where I've been. He is incredible. He is so smart. And I know you probably hear every mom say that, right? But this kid he's something else, really, truthfully. He is awesome in so many ways. And I'm so blessed to be his mom, and we're blessed to be his parents. And he has taught us so much stuff. He's taught me way more patience than I could have ever imagined I'd have in my life, and I know that he's going to continue to. But yeah, he's awesome, man. And I couldn't imagine, literally, I couldn't imagine life without him now. I'm going to put this Mom Life sticker from Banana Doodle Shop right here on Saturday, because this is usually the day that I spend literally all day with him out. Obviously, I spend all day with him, but like out and about, we going on our little adventures. But I did want to pop on with you guys, kind of show you my very relaxed view or idea of how I'm going to be using this planner. I want to pop in as much as I can and do plan with me's like this. But before I go, what just dropped? Oh, before I go, I do want to finish my sidebar. So I guess we'll just do a goals. We'll do it this week, right? We'll do it this week. I did say that we were going to do a goals. We're going to do it this week. And we're going to, this is crooked, pop this in. And I'm going to track, oops. I'm going to track, uh-oh. That is really, really crooked. Good thing these are matte stickers. Let me try and correct this. Uh-oh. My nail lady just texted me asking if I want to get my nails done. I wanted to get my nails done for this video, but yeah, things happen. Okay. Let's get this down. So you guys, oh my God, this is still so crooked. It's probably driven by this. Is this what's driving my crooked bus? I don't know. Poor Dominic. He's sad. He just ate though. He's tired probably. Oh, he is so sad. He's teething. Okay, I think I fixed it. Let me see. So anyway, plan to do another video with you guys. Maybe I'll do my monthly and I can kind of connect the dots from this video to that. But like I said, I've been trying my hardest to plan some time, but when you have a new kid or anything just new in your life, like you really just, in the way the world is right now, I just am really trying to enjoy my son. I miss you guys dearly. Like I literally was watching Plan With Me videos yesterday and I was like, man, I miss that so much. I just miss doing it. I miss messing with stickers and I just miss it. So I'm gonna do my best, and you guys really mean a lot to me and I miss you guys. I miss commenting with you, like talking back and forth with you guys. So I really have it on my radar and my to-do list and my goal to film more, to make time for you all. And that's why I said, I shared with you guys that I'm launching a blog. I've been working on it. I've been building it. So hopefully I can launch that soon and share more of me with you guys. Maybe through there, because it might be easier for me to get a blog post up versus a video. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I will see you in my next video, which will be probably this monthly, if not maybe another Plan With Me in the next week. My husband's birthday is next week. Also, I do plan in my Louis Vuitton agenda still, so I could always do a plan with me in here because I use this one actually more than the Erin Condren's. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I really do miss you guys. I really appreciate all that have stuck around and all that have watched this video, even because I'm not consistent. I appreciate you guys for still, you know, being there for me, rooting for me. And I just hope that you guys pray for my family. Nothing's wrong. Just pray for us because I pray for you guys, and I want you guys to, I want to be on you guys' mind just as much as you guys are on mine. So I thank you guys so much for all the support, and I will see you in my next video, whether that is tomorrow or in a month. Love you all. Bye-bye.